The appearance of Xiaomi car paint is a replica of Porsche. Because Porsche's appearance patent has expired, it is not illegal to copy Porsche exactly. Back then, car companies, Future, Xiaopeng, Li Shang, although enterprises face many difficulties and pressures, I am also very ambitious in creating original designs. BYD has also hired design directors from Audi and Ferrari. In the future, BMW's former design team has also been hired, but both BYD and Future disdain to plagiarize, but instead, they presented a brand new original and independent design. Now BYD's car exterior is an original design. BYD Han's Chinese ending light design is excellent. The appearance design of Jike is also a reliable independent original. As an entrepreneur, Lei Jun, having a certain reputation, the appearance of Xiaomi cars is ostentatious. Lei Jun has sufficient funds, holding a wide range of social resources. We could have invested in innovation, self-developed core technology. Many netizens roast that Xiaomi has no core technology, just launched an assembled electric car. Xiaomi's batteries come from cattle, LiDAR comes from Hesai technology, Xiaomi's motor comes from United Automotive Electronics, the central control screen is from Huaxing Optoelectronics, Xiaomi's driving chip comes from NVIDIA in the United States, the camera comes from OFI Intelligence, Car Federation, the brake system comes from Bosch, the LCD instrument panel comes from Bo. Xiaomi's navigation system has chosen Geode Navigation. Xiaomi's tires come from Michelin. The bumper comes from Bake Molding. The car glass comes from Fuyao Glass. The car lights come from Huyu Vision. Safety comes from ZF. The rearview mirror comes from Aeolian Electronics. The network software comes from Yunqi Future Technology. The seats of Xiaomi cars come from Lil. The decorations come from Shuangling Corporation. The air conditioning compressor comes from Huyu Sandian. Looking at Xiaomi Motors, there is no core technology. Some people complain that Lenovo has been an assembly plant for 40 years. After 40 years of development, there is still no core technology, because fundamentally, they are business people who make quick money without any bottom line. I hope Xiaomi Motors can turn to original design in the future. Having its own core technology, design is too important for a business. Back then, Zodi was criticized for plagiarizing the appearance of Porsche. At that time, the moral standard of the entire society was to despise plagiarism, and now, plagiarism and counterfeiting are justified, not to be blamed or criticized. This also reflects the increasingly restless social mentality. Nowadays, the industrial foundation of China's automobile manufacturing has reached a new level. It can even be said that the manufacturing of new energy vehicles belongs to the first tier, taking inspiration from something that doesn't belong to too big a problem. After all, doing so carries little risk, high consumer acceptance. However, the borrowed appearance has become a specialty, still boasting and boasting. This kind of atmosphere is not advisable. Apple phones eat their old roots. Lack of innovation was roast. Lenovo does assembly. No core technology is despised. Lei Jun regards Liu Chuanzi as an idol. Is Xiaomi going to follow Lenovo's old path? Many people want to ask, why do we expect U8 to sell at such a high price? The first half of new energy vehicles is electrification. The second half is about intelligence. Many people say, BYD did a great job in the first half, but in the second half, there was a lack of technique. But the reality is, BYD's intelligence is really underestimated. After several years of rapid development, the domestic new energy vehicle market has preliminarily completed the layout of the first half. On the road of electrification, most brands have already caught up. Starting from this year, the second half of new energy vehicles has already begun. The proportion of intelligent driving in the minds of consumers is increasing. As a leader in new energy vehicles, BYD's performance in the first half was excellent, but in the second half, it seemed like it hadn't fully exerted its strength yet. However, this does not mean that BYD's intelligence is not good. On the contrary, it has great advantages. Many people who are not familiar with the automotive industry believe that the intelligence of cars is mainly reflected in the car's infotainment and intelligent driving. Actually, this viewpoint is too one-sided. True intelligence is not just about intelligent driving, or the intelligent linkage of the entire vehicle, including the chassis, maximizing the safety of vehicles and passengers. This is the original intention of intelligence. The AEB automatic emergency braking system is one of them. It includes two functions: collision warning and automatic emergency braking. When encountering special circumstances, its role is still significant. In terms of AEB, actually, BYD is doing very well. Looking forward to U8 breaking the AEB record with absolute strength. Recently, a set of videos have been exposed online. Looking up at U8, it achieved braking and stopping against static fake cars at a speed of 130 km per hour during the day. 110 km per hour during the day achieved braking and stopping for the disappearing fake car, and the static fake car with a speed of 110 km per hour at night also achieved braking. This is the effect brought by the BYD AEB system. It has been proven that BYD is not only a leader in electrification, in terms of intelligence, it is also at the level of the first tier. Looking up at the actual performance of U8, BYD AEB has the ability to perceive long distances, fast response speed, the advantage of strong stability. The braking performance is also at a leading level in the industry, from recognition to braking, being able to achieve this level at medium to high speeds. It has reached the top level in the industry. AEB automatic emergency braking is also considered a part of intelligent driving. It belongs to the foundation. Just like building a house, only by laying a solid foundation can the safety of the building be guaranteed. The same goes for vehicles. You can't just look at autonomous driving. The basic security guarantee of AEB must be done well. Otherwise, all intelligent driving that comes at the cost of neglecting safety cannot be called intelligent driving. AEB, as the safety foundation of automobiles, at least BYD is still very strong in this aspect. Only by doing well in the underlying technology can we excel in higher level technologies. The best thing about BYD is that it places great emphasis on car safety. The same applies in the era of intelligence. From hardware to software, BYD has corresponding industry chains. It doesn't pursue speed. It is the pursuit of quality. Looking at it now, BYD's route is very correct. Stable development is taking responsibility for oneself. Also responsible to users. Unlike the current new forces, BYD's intelligence is comprehensive, putting safety first. There is not much radical approach. At present, advanced intelligent driving, not quite perfect yet. For the vast majority of users, high speed is enough, but as part of intelligence, we also have to pay attention to intelligent driving. BYD's route is correct. Don't be too anxious. Be steady and use your strength to speak. More reliable than what is said online. Looking up at AEB's performance, the outside world has seen BYD's strength. BYD has multiple intelligent driving solutions. Next, let's look at the technical strength of the new product. Safety, always the biggest luxury of electric vehicles. In the era of intelligence, the same applies. I hope everyone has a rational view of intelligent driving. The intelligent driving function is too powerful. All of my current cars at home will have to be replaced with smart cars in the future. Tesla's intelligent driving research and development system has clearly fallen behind, and gasoline-powered cars cannot be driven intelligently. so all the cars that will be replaced in the future will be domestically produced new energy electric vehicles. It not only enhances one's quality of life but also politically correct. How good! Europe and America are currently blocking electric vehicles, thinking that giving up on electric vehicle research and development is enough to survive. I was completely overthinking it. Simply improving hardware and reducing costs cannot completely defeat gasoline-powered cars, but the intelligent driving system can. The driving experience is not a dimension without an intelligent driving system. Europe and America have abandoned the development of electric vehicles. It's like giving up on the development of intelligent driving systems. That's no different from seeking one's own death. Electric vehicles priced at over 300,000 yuan will inevitably be dominated by intelligent driving capabilities. With the increasing recognition of intelligent driving functions by humans, more and more people are buying smart cars. The cost of intelligent driving will also become lower and lower. Huawei has just launched its first intelligent driving car with practical capabilities. Its cost has already been compressed to the level of 300,000. So in the future, over 200,000 cars will definitely be able to use the intelligent driving function. After BYD, a price butcher specializing in production chain building, enters the market. I estimate that over 100,000 cars can use the intelligent driving function. The development cost of intelligent driving software is very high. Huawei has invested $3 billion in the development of intelligent driving, so each set of intelligent driving software costs 26,000 RMB. Although the manufacturer only needs consumers to pay 6,000 yuan after subsidizing 20,000 yuan, but in reality, the cost is 26,000 yuan in addition to software. Hardware is also necessary. Intelligent driving requires laser radar and other equipment. The hardware cost is also tens of thousands, so at this initial stage, the minimum cost for intelligent driving is 300,000 yuan. But the software thing, the marginal cost is zero. Currently, China's annual automobile production and sales exceed 30 million vehicles. If half of the cars purchase intelligent driving software, each fee is charged at 10,000 yuan. That's 150 billion years of income. Each will be charged at 1,000 yuan. That's 15 billion years of income. But the cost of Huawei's research and development of intelligent driving is only $3 billion, less than 20 billion yuan. So it is entirely possible for software prices to drop below 10,000 yuan and reach the level of 1,000 yuan. By relying on low prices, other competitors are no longer interested in developing intelligent driving. It just takes time. At the beginning, few people have made purchases. The Wenji series only has a total of over 100,000 vehicles. Far from enough. It requires a large number of people to purchase in order to dilute research and development costs. But sooner or later, there will be a significant price reduction. The cost of hardware is even more outrageous. When Tesla developed intelligent driving, it abandoned LiDAR, decided to use only the visual scheme. The biggest reason is that LiDAR is too expensive. Each one can reach up to 800,000. Tesla believes that even if the software development is successful, no one can afford it. In 2019, the cost of intelligent driving optical hardware still needs 700,000 RMB. Just those radars, so Tesla abandoned the LiDAR solution. But Chinese manufacturers have all adopted the LiDAR scheme. Not only Huawei, more than a dozen have done this, because Chinese manufacturers who are familiar with Chinese laws are confident that the price of LiDAR will drop significantly. In 2021, the quotation for Chinese-made LiDAR is 10,000 yuan per unit. In 2022, the quotation for Chinese-made LiDAR is 4,300 yuan unit. In 2023, The quotation for Chinese-made LiDAR is 3,000 yuan unit. The biggest reason is the scale effect. LiDAR is such a niche item that sells 1,000 and 100,000 respectively. The pricing is completely different. Chinese car companies dare to buy LiDAR, just spread out the cost of LiDAR, further obtained a lower quotation. However, car companies in Europe and America have always been unable to make breakthroughs in intelligent driving. We can never lower the price of LiDAR. So in the end, a large number of LiDAR companies in Europe and America went bankrupt. But this is not over yet. According to Wang Jun, president of Huawei Intelligent Automobile, Huawei has an optoelectronic technology research center in Wuhan. There are over 10,000 people in total, mainly developing LiDAR technology. I plan to reduce the cost of LiDAR to $200 in the future, even $100. According to BYD President Wang Xuanfu, BYD plans to raise the price of LiDAR to 900 RMB per unit. Huawei says it can reach $100 to $00 US. BYD said it can achieve 900 RMB. The quotations from both parties are almost identical. As a leading technology enterprise in China, I believe it makes sense for both parties to quote this price in unison. Just before 2019, LiDAR is not only priced at tens of thousands of dollars, but also, and it also relies on imports, the explosion of automotive technology caused by China's special system. In just 3 years after 2020, what left European and American companies confused was completely surpassed. I didn't even understand how I lost. Tesla, once recognized as a pioneer in the tram industry, suddenly became a laggard. Its intelligent driving technology was overtaken on bends by China's LiDAR. Tesla abandoned this technology route because they thought LiDAR was too expensive. Not unaware of the strong performance of LiDAR, Tesla never dreamed that LiDAR could be so cheap, and today's prices are not yet in the bottom. We can still lower it further. The era of intelligent driving has just begun less than a month ago. There are too few electric vehicles equipped with LiDAR. The scale cost reduction effect is far from beginning. Double reduction in software and hardware. Perhaps it can compress the cost of adding intelligent driving functions to electric cars to less than 10,000 yuan or even lower. By then, even cars worth tens of thousands of yuan can be driven with intelligent technology. At that time, all the people running around the world will be intelligent driving cars. Non-intelligent driving has no room for survival. The idea of Europe and America giving up electric vehicles to protect themselves is simply impossible to achieve. Mr. Guo is not so happy anymore. This year's